What's up, guys? I'm here in Guild Wars 2, and I wanted to talk a bit about my thoughts on the new expansion, Heart of Thorns, which I'm obviously super excited about. And from the time of you seeing this video, you're literally going to be waiting 1 day, so it comes out tomorrow. Now, this is something that I'm releasing, and it has some advice on how to prep for Heart of Thorns coming out. And of course, this isn't going to matter too much with so little time between now and the release of Heart of Thorns. That being said, you have a day, and it's certainly something if you didn't already know, you might want to look into, as well as just some of my other thoughts and stuff about the expansion. It's also good to note that the Heart of Thorns expansion is going to drastically change, the way the game plays and all that stuff. So, if you're interested in knowing a bit about Guild Wars, then I definitely suggest you go download it from the website. I can put a link in the description. I don't get paid or anything from it. I just love the game. I've been playing since it, since it came out. And it's free to play now. So the base game went free to play. For all the people who have seen my occasional videos and were not aware, don't follow me on Twitter, which you totally should go follow me on Twitter. If you don't already, it's just at TopMass, just like it sounds, TOPMASS. I tweet lots of stuff, so I definitely recommend following me. And of course, the base game without the expansion is free to play, and the free to play accounts are not even limited, and the cash store in this game is very not limited. So just to give you a quick overview without getting into too much detail, because veterans may be watching this, there are visual stuff like back pieces and outfits, but the outfits of course change your entire armor. So me personally, I'm more of a Fashion Wars 2 player, so literally everything I'm wearing can be obtained in-game without spending any real money, except for of course these pants, which are from the cash store. That being said, you can convert your gold into gems anyways, and you can buy anything without the use of real money. But okay, so that all being said, what I'd like to do now is tell you what you should be doing today if you haven't done it. So if you're currently level 80 on Guild Wars and you're excited for the expansion, what you need to be doing is these things here, these hero points. So on the character, and of course you're going to need to do this on all your characters, and it's not super fun, but I got some tips for characters like Mesmer, who can't get around too much. But you need to be running around and killing all of these and getting all of these hero points, because you're going to need 170 of them, I believe, in order to unlock the elite specialization. So if you want to be able to play the new elite specialization as soon as the Heart of Thorns launches, you need to get these hero points. So we're going to take a quick look at this one. This is a water one, so probably not going to be that fun. Actually, we should probably go to maybe one of these other ones here. But these hero points are all over the map, and you can see now I've got on my character I've got 192, so my warrior is good to go. My warrior is ready for the new expansion, so I don't need to get any more hero points. So as soon as that expansion drops, I'm going to be able to go berserker on my warrior, because this is my main, so this is of course my character I've leveled up the most. We have full ascended, and we have our legendary, and not exactly full ascended. I've been holding on to this for reasons which I won't get into right now, but that being said, the rest of the stuff here is pretty much full ascended, and I still need to work on ascended weapons, which is, if you are interested in working on ascended, I highly recommend doing the weapons first. I have my great sword, of course, but I recommend doing ascended weapons first, as the stat increase over the armor is better, unless you're super interested in raiding, and then in that case I would recommend getting the ascended armor first for survivability in the raids. So what I'm going to do now is I guess give out some other pointers. I'm going to hop over to my Mesmer and show you just a quick just give you a quick tip and stuff like that. So this is also my Ellie. This is my Thief. This is my Mesmer. who is, I'm not so happy on the design. This is my Necro. I haven't leveled up my Necro to 80 or my Ranger, but those have been my 2 classes, which I'm not interested in. This is my Engineer, my Guardian, and of course we have our Revenant slot here. So another thing you can be doing right now, if you do play a class that doesn't have high mobility, like a Mesmer and like a well, I mean Mesmer is the main one for running around the map. There is actually one thing on the cash store which I think is pretty worth it, and it's something that if you are interested in spending any money or you have enough gold to convert, I definitely recommend it, because it's going to be gone soon and you will certainly thank yourself for picking this item up. Now this item is, as I take forever to log in, I plan to move my game over to my SSD, but for Heart of Thorns. That being said, anyways, the item is the Executioner's outfit on the store. You might be asking yourself, why do I need this item? Well, you don't really need it, but if you're going to be doing the hero points and stuff and you have the gems to spend, or for example you are looking for some things to spend your gems on and you decide to upgrade for $99 and get the $50 worth of gems, which is what I did, and I think it's quite worth it, just because there are those account boosts that increase bank slots. And I'll walk you through, if you do decide to go with that pack when you upgrade here, where you should spend your gems, of course, in my personal opinion. Okay guys, so here I am on my Mesmer in the Plains of Ashford, and I'm going to show you here my bank. And the item I was talking about here is the Executioner's Axe toy. But before I get into that, this is what I recommend you should spend your gems on if you decide to do the upgrade. So if you do the $99 upgrade and you get $50 worth of gems, of course, spend them at your leisure. Go crazy, buy shinies if you want, but these are my recommendations. So the first one being, there is an account boost that comes with some Black Lion keys, but primarily it comes with some bank slots. Here you can see the bank slots. I already had 2, and I got 2 more from that boost, so now I'm sitting at 4 bank tabs, which is super helpful. And the other one is you get bag slots as well, so bag slots for your character, and you get some dies, and I think it's just a really good first thing to spend some gems on. And then the other thing I recommend, and I don't have it on this character, but the other thing I recommend is the copper-fed Salvage-O-Matic. This is probably the best, hands down, the best purchase you could ever make on the gem store. Even before the bank tabs, before anything, the copper-fed Salvage-O-Matic is your best friend. I wish that this was something that you could have in a little tab over here on all your characters. If you bought it, that would be amazing. ANET, please. But this item is amazing. So what you do is you have salvage kits, and then instead of needing to buy basic ones, you use the copper-fed, which costs 3 copper per use, and you can just slam down all of your greens and blue items and keep this, and it never expires. And it's super quality of life, but I highly recommend it. Copper-fed is fantastic. And you should also be making Mystic salvage kits. So when you buy the rare, the yellow quality, the green, and the blue quality, and then mix them in the Mystic Forge with Mystic Forge stones, 3 of them, you'll actually get 250 Mystic salvage kits, which are the same as buying the rare ones, but of course 250 uses is much better. So yeah, those are the things that I recommend first off from the gem store. And then of course, if you have other gems to spend, this is an item I recommend. So not only do you get the outfit, which I don't care for that much, but of course you have an outfit, and I think outfits are, I personally think outfits are good just for leveling up, because then your character has crappy armor, and before he looks all cool, you have the outfit. So let's equip it, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is the Executioner's outfit on a male, and of course I'm on my little Mesmer, so you can't see it too much. And you can dye it. There are 4 dye slots as well. But with the outfit, you're going to get this item. This is a brawl toy, but for someone like a Mesmer, for getting around, it's amazing. So the, I believe it's the number 2 skill, does this. And you think, okay, why do I care about that, TopMass? That's pretty dumb. Well, if you hold it down, you can see that you go much further. and it looks so silly on my Mesmer, but you can see how crazy far you go, and it's, you know, you can do this all the time, every 2 seconds, or every 3 seconds. That's amazing. And then you see, like, okay, well, that doesn't seem worth it, because of course now you stop, and that's annoying. So what you do is you hold it down, and then just before it gets to the end, you actually press the heal skill to get the 6 ability, and you come right out of that, so you don't have to stop. So you can just, you know, do that, and then in combination with using well, I don't have a focus equipped right now. I could equip one. In combination with equipping a, let's see, a sword focus, you could of course give yourself some speed up, and then you could use your blink ability, of course, and use your executioner's axe, and you know, everything combined, I mean, you're moving way faster. So I think it's something you won't regret if you play Mesmer a lot, and especially for getting all those hero points all over the place. Definitely something to consider, but of course not necessary. And if it's your first time spending any gems, highly recommend doing the copper fed first, and you know, the upgrade, the account boost, and there's a couple of them on here, so don't get confused. I can't see the one I'm referring to. One of them is called bump, there's boost, but the one you're looking for is the account boost that gives you, not this one, the one that gives you some bag slots, some bank tabs, transmutation stones, as well as unidentified dyes. That one's really good, and is a super amazing first buy with your gems. Alongside the copper fed, I believe you can afford all of that stuff with your $50 for the gems, so I definitely recommend that. And so next on our checklist, to show you the next thing, I'm going to swap characters again. Alright guys, the next thing on our checklist here, as I'm on my Elementalist, is 2 things I'm actually going to talk about. And I would like to be in Lion's Arch for this, but the problem with Lion's Arch is it's just way too busy. Loading in takes a long time, and well, just for when I'm recording, it's not so bad when I'm not recording. And my frames are okay when I'm not recording, but of course when I'm recording, they're not bad. Also, if you are, just another tip, if you are you know, you play Guild Wars and you think to yourself, oh man, I love this game so much, I need to do a PC upgrade, need new graphics card. I'm actually playing the game and getting over 40 frames while recording, and I get 50 to 60 frames when not recording, and I have pretty good settings, as well as I have third-party aftermarket shaders on as well. Yeah, so I'm you know, got invited to a dungeon there. So yeah, so I'm even having third-party shaders on, and you know, my frames are really good, and that's due to my CPU, which is a i7 2600K, which is still kind of dated. You know, it's about 30% less power than all the top-of-the-line processors, but of course that's still pretty good. So that being said, you know, your processor is definitely one of the main factors when it comes to your game. So that's just something to consider if you ever do a PC upgrade and this is one of your primary games. Of course, graphics card is important, but like I said, I'm on a 570, one single 570 that's pushing dual monitors, and you can see that I'm still recording with smooth, buttery 30 plus FPS. So something to consider for sure. So the next thing on our menu here for our Heart of Thorns preparation questionnaire, I guess. The next thing you'd want to look at is, of course, Ascended weapons and armor. So now I don't have a whole lot, but I have been saving up some pieces here, some glorious pieces from PvP. Oh, not this. But you know, I have some Berserker stuff, some glorious stuff here, and on my other character, my Guardian, which I don't play at all. You know, I considered keeping some of that stuff and giving it to my Revenant when it comes out, but of course I still need to farm that up, and that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 days. Of course, I'm recording this before, you know, the day before, but you know, having stuff to make Ascended Vision crystals and all your Ascended armor and trinkets and stuff, this is just random, but of course having that stuff ready is something you could consider, you know, to get the Ascended armor on your main, be ready for raids right away. You know, I'm ready for raids on my warrior. That's my main character, and so I'm not too bothered. And I'm just probably going to go full Zerker on my Revenant, but I'm going to quickly move him over to Ascended. That being said, on that point of the Revenant and talking about, you know, leveling him up quick when he comes out, you've got a couple ways to do that. So for me personally, you can see that I've got some experience scrolls here. This one is for level 30. This is for a 3rd year old character, so you won't be able to get this most likely. But if you do have a year or 2 scroll with, you know, instant level 20, you can use that on them, and then you can use these Tomes of Knowledge, and you get these through PvP, through the PvP lobby here and PvPing. So you actually could get Guild Wars 2 today, buy the expansion, and start on a character, and say, for example, you really enjoy that character in PvP, but you really just want to play the Revenant when it comes out. Well, then in that case, all you need to do is go ahead and go on that character, PvP with them, and just save the Tomes of Knowledge. So you actually don't need to use them on the character you're PvPing on. So you can go on, say, a Ranger. You like Ranger in PvP, but you don't actually want to level it up. So you can go on a level 1, you can keep it level 1. Well, you probably have to get out of the starting zone, so you may be level 2 or 3. But anyways, you're gonna then PvP, save up your tomes, and when the Revenant comes out, you can just level them up. So I have one more tip for you guys before I let you go and let you know what my favorite specialization is gonna be that comes out. And that is for you the Halloween Pales. So at the same time that Heart of Thorns releases, also the Halloween event releases. And bags on the, well, let's take a look. Bags on the trading post for, you know, large bags are going to cost, you know, a heavy amount. So you can see here for 20 slot equipment boxes, you're paying 14 gold. Of course, you can resell these and kind of make money back, not as much, but you know. And even if you just have a, if you're just using, let's say you want an invisible bag, 13, or a regular bag, it's going to cost you 12 gold. Now, alternatively, you can get these. Well, let me get out of bags here. Alternatively, you can get these cobs, and 3 of these candy corn cobs are going to cost you. It's going to cost you 2.5, about 2.7 gold each right now. 3 of these will get you a 20 slot bag. The only situation with these is that you cannot trade them or sell them, but once you max out bags on a character, why would you want to? You just want full 20 slots and maybe an equipment box at the top here. That being said, in order to get these right now, you'd have to spend about, you know, 7 and a bit gold, which is cheaper than the 12, cheaper than the 14, but obviously you can't resell those. But when a Heart of Thorns launches and the Halloween update goes live, you can kill the candy corns all over to get their little bags, which you'll open up, and they'll drop cobs of corn, and 1,000 cobs of corn can be turned into a cob. So not only will you be able to yourself farm them, the price of these cobs of corn is going to drop dramatically during the Halloween event. Also, something to consider, you could farm those up and wait for the event to be gone, and you know, 6 to 10 months from now, the price is going to shoot up again for those cobs, because everyone, of course, loves 20 slot bags, and it's just something I don't see being super dirt cheap. But during the event, of course, it's going to be. So something to consider, and once you do that, the vendor would be in Lion's Arch over here. Nope, not over here. The vendor for in order to buy and sell these is up here. So my map is not loading in, but you'd go to this waypoint, you'd run here, and he's right there. So those are all my my prep checklist for Heart of Thorns. And of course, you may want to know what I'm most excited about, what characters I play the most, and yeah. Surprisingly, I really am enjoying my Elementalist a lot lately. This has been kind of my main. You can see that I've got my Copperfed. My Warrior is my true main, but I've been playing my Elementalist just a lot. I really like the look. I really like the, you know, the character in general. But what I'm most excited about isn't so much my Elementalist specialization. It's my Warrior. I'm super excited to get my Warrior to tip-top peak. That's my number 1 mainie from the start of this game. And if you're looking into getting into the game and you want an easier class to play, Warrior or Guardian is definitely that. But all the classes are super fun, and I certainly recommend trying out which one best interests you. That being said, I'm excited for the warrior. I'm very excited for the thief and the engineer as well, specializations. So I'm going to be doing my thief and engineer next to get those hero points. I think the scrapper is just so cool. That stealth is so neat. And then of course the revenant is my #1 most excited feature. And then after the specializations, the revenant, the specializations, I'm super excited for PvP. I think it's one of the most underrated changes. Definitely look into the PvP changes. I'd be here all day explaining everything to you, but there's a million other videos for that. This is more of a little are you prepared checklist and my thoughts and things to know that I could think of. So certainly go check it out. The PvP changes are going to be super amazing, and that is something I'm really looking forward to. So then to close that all off though, guys, I do have a guild which you can join, and you can add me as well and send me a message in game. I'm on North America server. My name is TopMass.7289, so you would just add me from here. And I do have a guild that I've been a part of for years now. I would never consider leaving. You can see I literally only rep this guild, and I have my bank guild, which only has me in it. So I have more bank slots for storage. But of course, you won't have time to do that now because of the way guilds are changing. So don't bother with making your own guild at this point. This guild is my favorite. Everyone's really cool. It's 99% rep. So of course, if you want to join, message me. I can get you an invite. And also here you can see Cold. He's one of my viewers, and he's in the guild. And I mean, we're open to everyone. And our guild leader basically plays this game just to manage the guild. So every weekend we do all our guild events and stuff like that. And we're super excited for the guild halls. So anyways, guys, that's all I have to say about Heart of Thorns, which launches tomorrow or the next day, depending on when this video is up. I really appreciate you guys checking it out. Sorry I've been so absent with videos. I'm recording this in the morning before work, and I've been working 40 hours a week. It's crazy. It's really not much of an excuse. Just haven't had time in the mornings before work, and of course after work I'm really tired. But I'm excited to have some time off and get some videos out this weekend with Heart of Thorns. Hopefully some more Guild Wars 2 videos for you guys. I appreciate you watching, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you like my commentary, and we'll see you on the next one.